Hey, welcome back, friends. So I'm here in Middlebury, Indiana, the home of Grand Design RV. I'm here for the 2023 Owners Rally, and one of the fun things I get to do while I'm up here is take a look at new prototypes and new floor plans. So that's one of the perks of being the Imagine Ambassador. And yeah, I've got a fun one to show you today. So this is from AIM. This is going to be the 16BL. Now you may be looking behind me, you may see a sticker over here that says 15FB. Well, they've renamed it. So yeah, this is now the 16BL. We're going to go through this unit. There's a lot of cool stuff that Imagine is doing for 2024 that's included across their lines, including AIM. We're going to check all that out. Hope you'll stick around. All right, if you guys follow the channel, you know how we roll. We check out the outside, the exterior first, and then we'll go inside, of course. But yeah, you got a Norco frame here, which is a hook bolted frame. I'm a big fan. Those type of frames are used in semi trucks, and I think this is a real winner for the AIM. You get your electric tongue jack, of course, and your twin 20-pound propane tanks right there. Nice aluminum front, just like the AIM line. Nothing crazy. Same graphics. Nothing crazy has changed for 2024 in that regard, but there are some really cool changes. One of those changes is, now this is a prototype, so remember that throughout this video, but the production unit will be very, very similar. One thing that will change is now this is tough flooring. So you'll see that in just a minute. You'll see that flooring here in just a second. They took away the little puck lights, and now you've got a strip of LED that has pressure sensors to turn it on and off. So it's no longer a motion sensor, it's now pressure sensor. I think that's pretty cool. You see the big pass-through right there. There's not a Murphy bed in this area. This is a Murphy bed unit, but not in the front. So you got a full pass-through right there. Nice big storage going on there. The awning is going to be a little bit bigger from my understanding. I think they're going to extend it a little bit further this way and further back there as well. As you guys know, these are single axle units. You've got your furnace right here. Nice big windows, or campsite window right there. Got your stove right there. Got a little access right here. This is a griddle. I'm not sure if it's open. Nope, it's not. That's a slide out griddle. That'll slide out and you'll have a nice cooktop right there. You got your stabilizer jacks here. You've got your propane hookup right there that you don't have to use for the griddle. You can use for other accessories as well. You can see your undermount spare. Big thing they're doing across the line now in Imagine is they're doing storage, under frame storage for your Stinky Slinky. They're doing that across all lines now. So all of the spares you see on 2024 Imagines will be mounted under the frame, and you'll get your Stinky Slinky right there. And yeah, you'll see that. I introduced that they're doing the new hitches on the full-size and XLS Imagines as well. This is a 1.25 inch hitch right here, 150-pound capacity. The XLS and standard Imagine, they're going to get a 300-pound capacity 2-inch receiver. So you can see the rear of the unit here. Now this is one change they're going to be making. This is strictly an access door for your water heater. So you can winterize your water heater. This is going to be a little bit smaller in the production units. I think it's going to be even about a good half the size, maybe even a third the size. So that will look a little bit different at a unit you may see at a show. I have to be careful walking around. We are in a factory, so just getting a good look at the rear graphic there. Little back window. You'll see where that is in just a second. Here's your black tank flush right here. And here's your freshwater fill right here. Gravity fill, anyway. You'll have the option to fill it the other way. Swintech slide on the smaller slides do not bother me at all. We've had Swintech since 2017. Never any issues, knock on wood. So this is going to end up being your bedroom slide. Don't know if you can see it or not, but you can see your mattress right here. It's folded up in a Murphy. So you're going to have a side Murphy. We'll see that in just a second. I think it's a good plan. Now here's that new flooring I was telling you about. They got this tough flooring here. So it looks like it's kind of like a gym mat material. It's called Tough Ply. They call it Tough Ply flooring. And yeah, you got that little diamond plate. Again, it looks like a horse stall mat or gym flooring. Here's your front access and your convenience center right here. So as I mentioned before, you can fill in your tank fill right here. This is your city water. And yeah, that's where you hook your water up. GFCI. Solar are standard on all Imagines through all lines. And then battery hookup, you know what the stuff is. Tire link, it's already ready to go for your tire pressure monitoring system for tire link. Outside shower, yeah. These are all aluminum framed, of course, as you can see. Let's go inside. One real quick note before we go inside. All Imagines now come with propane monitors. Because this is a prototype, I don't see it on this one. We'll go over it in a future video, but all Imagines in 2024 will come with LP monitors. I think that's pretty cool. All right, guys, let's walk inside. This is a very unique floor plan. I like it. Front bunks right here. Now this may look shallow, but it's actually fairly deep. I think it's over 30 inches, so it may be more than that. And then you've got these new, instead of the curtains, now you just have the blackout shades. So I think that works out fairly well. We've got it on the prototype we have right now, which we hadn't revealed to you guys. We've got some of those, hint, hint. There's your bottom bunk. Got your little cuddy down there in that bottom bunk. Now look, you got your, you got a table under here. We'll set that up in a second. That sets up right here on this, what I call flip-flop couch. So yeah, I think these work out well. We had them in our last aim and really enjoyed them. And you can see the Murphy is going to come down right here. So you have, I'll show it to you in a minute. I'll pop the bed down in a minute. But when you're sleeping, it's going to be one big happy family over here. That's kind of nice. I think that's fun. Got your drawers under here for storage. You got this area over here that can be just so many different uses for this. I'm seeing maybe coffee over here in the mornings. I mean, my goodness, you wouldn't even have to get out of bed really for your coffee, but there's so many different ways you can use this. And then wardrobe over here. Don't forget, I don't know if I mentioned it, you have wardrobe and 2 drawers on this side as well, so don't want to leave that out. But another wardrobe or pantry, there's a lot of pantry storage possibilities back here as well, maybe over the fridge. But yeah, this could be so many different things. I mean, this could be a long laundry list of different ways of using that. So as you're sitting here, I'm sitting on the sofa right here, you're looking up at your TV, and that's on a swivel, of course, so you can swivel it over, and then if you're watching it from the bunk, it would be over here, and here I am on this couch, and you sit on this side of the couch. And then you've also got, for eating purposes, so we had an 18BH aim, and this had a little bit longer counter right here, so there's one extra stool. We really use this area. Now, I like that this actually has 3 stools because all 4 of us were never up there. It was most of the time just the 2 kids that we use this area. And then you can see as you're eating, you got a nice view, in this case of the factory here, but you'd have a nice campsite view, which I think is pretty cool. You got some nice storage under this area with just the styles. Now they've done cabinet doors here, but 1, they have handles on them, which is it wrecks your knees if you slide into them. And 2, they're added weight. So keep in mind with AIM, we're trying to save a little bit of weight, right? You're trying to tow this with a mid-size SUV or better. Now, new for 2024 across all lines, you got these little pop-up USB chargers. I really like that. I think that's pretty cool. You've got the new lighting up above. I introduced this stuff to you guys. Let me go on this side and take a look. I introduced this stuff to you guys a couple of weeks ago, maybe over a month ago, but they're also on dimmers. So you can see that. It'd be nice to set the mood with the, because they are bright when they're all the way up, so they definitely need a dimmer, and they have given you guys that. You guys have the tankless water heater over here from Furrion. We've been using that now for over a year. We've been very happy with it. There's some times where we don't have quite enough pressure at the campground, and in that regard, the old trick of filling up your fresh tank and using your water pump works great. So it's been really good. This sink from Dometic, again, kind of a saving some counter space technique right here. We enjoyed this sink when we had our 18BH. It worked out well for us. 2-burner cooktop. Tons of counter space back here. So there's another option for the coffee. You can put your bread back. You guys have probably been camping before. A lot of storage up in here. I think they've done a great job with storage in this size unit. It's crazy, crazy how much. We'll get a load carrying capacity here in a second. They've been really good on these AIMs so far. I think the last one we had was over almost 2,000 pounds. So I don't know how to open this one. I'll come down here. Side. Oh, there it is. Okay, so the full length handle right there. They change these all the time. But there's your fridge. Furrion fridge. And a nice big freezer. Huge freezer for this unit. So that's pretty cool. This is a convection microwave. So you've got the ability to quote unquote bake in the microwave. They really have thought of a lot here. Under sink storage. There's your fuse panel and all that fun stuff. Oh, something we haven't talked about yet. So this is actually a motion sensor lighting for the floor. So if you get up at night, it's completely dark, and you start walking in here to the bathroom, this is going to light your way. I think that's great. Now, the one bad side is if the dog run past it a few times, but luckily it just shines right on the floor. It's not that big a deal, so it's been really good. A couple of little nuances here, outlets here, USBs here before we put the bed down. Don't want to miss those. The bathroom, so I use this side. I'm 6'1.5" and about 230 plus pounds. And I didn't have much problem in this bathroom. It is tight. There's no doubt the shower is tight, but it was tall enough for me, and I was able to take a shower relatively easily. All right. You know, you're still in the AIM mindset. We've talked about that when we go through these units. Saving space, saving weight. So the shower, the people that buy an AIM, they don't want a big shower. They just need a shower. So, and that's what they get. Now they replaced the old sink, the prototype sink that we had with these right here. And I can say I'm a much bigger fan of this one than the one we had. Again, one of those AIM mentality items right there. And then you got your potty down here. Let's see if I got enough leg room. I'm good. I'm good. All right. Very cool. Very cool. This is something that Brooke will love. She wondered where her mirror was at in the first AIM. And there you go. Nice big mirror in here. And this is something we love as well. Hooks. 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 All well and good. Here's your convenience center here. So you've got all of your lighting, your ceiling lights, your exterior lights, water pump, you know, your Compass Connect. I've actually never used the Compass Connect. I like to push buttons. I just don't trust my phone and the app and all that stuff. But from what I understand, when it's working, it's great. So people really do like it. There's your slide and your awning controls. I'm just a simpleton. So you can also do your ceiling light from here, because that's what's hooked to the dimmer. So yeah, guys, let's take the bed down and take a look at that. All right, friends, here is the bed in the down position. You can still see plenty of real estate here. And as you move in, coming this way, so you can definitely keep this down during camp. And what's great is if you're watching TV, you know, you got a couple of pillows here, and you know, your head's up here for the little one, head down here for the older sibling, and you can watch a movie. So I think this is a great setup right here. Now, I would say I would love to see a little corner shelf over here, maybe corner shelf over here, maybe a shelf a little higher up. There is a little bit of real estate back here. So yeah, AIM, if you're listening, put a little shelf back here maybe. Just a thought. Now, you do get, like I mentioned before, you got those little USBs and plug-ins right here and on this side. So you get a traditional USB, you get a C, and you get your traditional plug-ins right there. But big window there. And then, before I forget, you get another little motion sensor light over here. So there you go, guys. The 16BL AIM from Grand Design Imagine. And I think this is going to be a winner for some folks. I think that, you know, they make a bunch of different floor plans because people have different preferences. But I think this one is going to check a lot of boxes for a lot of people. I know we would probably really enjoy it. All right, guys, I didn't want to let you out of here before letting you know you can slide in with the bed still down as long as you don't mind. Do a little butt roll over the bed to get out the door. You're good to go. So you don't have to put the bed up to slide in. This is awesome. All right, there you go, friends. The 16BL from Grand Design Imagine AIM, Adventure in Motion. And I think this one should be a winner for small families, especially if it's your first RV. You don't want to invest in a higher end tow vehicle. This one could be a winner. Guys, I hope you're good. See ya.